I was so tired of constantly feeling unhappy with being a mom. This was exactly what I wanted my entire life. I always wanted to be a mother. I always knew that that was my calling. Like when people would ask me, like, what do you want to do for your job when you get older? I honestly wanted to say mom. But it felt wrong to say mom back then. Like it was like I don't like it wasn't good enough. And now I'm sitting here saying to myself, why am I struggling to be so content? And this has been something I've been thinking about for a while, honestly, as I kind of been in a season. As many of you know, I have a daughter that has a rare heart defect, and that just caused so much discontentment. I felt like my life was no longer perfect. And what was wrong with me though? Like, she's doing well. I have a beautiful, healthy, older daughter, even my second daughter with her heart, she is really healthy and doing well. Like, why am I not content? And so when I began studying this, I found there were 5 things, which I'm going to share with you. My kids are screaming. Do your kids scream? I hope they scream. They're sisters. Okay, anyway, we'll try to get this done in between, them playing outside and figuring out life. So the first thing that I noticed was that expectations are too high, whether it's on myself or it's on the mothers around me, it's from society, it's from doctors, it's from experts. And I do not ever want to be one of those experts that you feel like there's this expectation that you must be here. I truly believe that there are these different parts of us as moms. And there is this side to us that when we are, which I'll get to in a minute, when we are burnt out, when we are tired from constantly going, of course we're going to lose it. Of course we're going to get frustrated. And it's our expectation that's causing the issue. For myself, when it came to my girls, like having a tantrum or not sleeping, that's a big one, like not sleeping, not going to sleep, I would find myself getting really irritated and really frustrated, and then would start projecting that onto them versus just letting it be, like letting it be what it was. Like, yeah, so what? It takes my kid 2 hours to go to sleep, like has no reflection of me. But I took it so personally and I thought it was my fault, my doing. And I don't know, I really, really struggled with that thought process. And so there's been so much inner work that I've had to do to really reshape and change the way I think about my expectations around myself. I think that I was the cause for the crying because I was anticipating crying every single day. And imagine if I went into nap time not anticipating crying, but anticipating this to go well, my energy would be so much different. How I'm showing up would be so much different. I would be more loving and more empathetic and more patient and more kind because I would know that I was doing the very best I could. My expectation would be that my child would go to sleep, not that they wouldn't be going to sleep. So I think the expectations is a big one. And I feel like I think I did do actually an entire podcast episode on it, but I feel like I could talk about expectations for forever. So the first thing I would do is just really evaluate the expectations and see if they really do align in value. And most of the time the expectations are more like punishments where they're making you better because you're punishing yourself, but really the punishment of it is just making it worse and you're staying stuck in that cycle. Okay, the second thing, looking at my notes here. Okay, so we are, I believe as moms, not content because we were meant to have a community. We were meant to have this village of people who, I'm checking on my kids, that come together to help us. And so my example is, I live somewhere where my mother-in-law works, my sister-in-law works, and I don't really have anybody outside of that to watch my kids. Like, let's say I had a really rough day today. And I mean, my head is frazzled. I don't have anybody I could call to watch my kids for an hour tonight so I could reset myself. And so that community aspect of things is really, really difficult. And I think more and more of us are having to do this, not only because of our generation or our parents' generation, many more of them are working than they used to be, but also like the expectation is that we will do it all. And I don't think that we realize how lonely we are, how sad we are to not have this community to come beside us. For me, I have a really good friend, a best friend, honestly, that we talk every single day over voice message on our iPhones. That for me makes me feel so held. It makes me feel so seen and so heard. And so for me, that is my community. And I can even do more. Like, I'm really seeking community right now. But this is something that really surprised me. Also, I had written down here that studies have shown that mothers without a community are much more stressed than mothers who have a good community. And so if you don't have a mom, a mother-in-law, a sister, an aunt, somebody that can help you, like when times get really tough, then it's going to be difficult. So you have to build that community. And I'm in a season right now of I'm building that community. And it's not easy. I've gone through like a lot of friends. Like I feel like I'm constantly meeting new people and hoping this is going to be the friend. But I haven't found that person right where I'm living. So do what you can with what you can. But I'm going to tell you, there are a lot of hard days, and that is normal. And I just want to share that because I think that so often we think that somebody's life is so perfect and that somebody is doing so well because they're posting things here on YouTube. But that is not the case. I have a lot of really hard days, and I just want to make that really clear. Okay, the third reason why I believe that moms are not content is because we do not refuel ourselves. We believe there's this badge of honor to constantly go, 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 go. And the more we go, 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 and the more we do, and the more we have on our to-do list, the more, the better we look. I don't know. This was something for me that I really had to get over. I really had to tell myself, no, like, that's not true. Like, nobody is going to look at me and think, wow, look how great she does it all. But little do they know that behind the scenes, I'm really struggling. I'm yelling at my kids. Like, that's not worth it to me. So really evaluating, am I taking the time to refuel myself? And if you're sitting here going, I don't even know what that looks like, you definitely want to subscribe because that's what I share here, how to refill yourself. And the next reason why I think moms are not content is because we don't know how to regulate ourselves. Again, that's what I teach here. I teach you how to start regulating your body. A parent is basically somebody who has never learned how to regulate themselves. So how are they supposed to learn how to regulate their child? And I believe that this journey is a lifelong. We are going to always be learning what we're needing and how to regulate ourselves. And so it's going to be a constant thing, a constant role. We're going to be constantly on this journey of learning how to nurture ourselves. And so I believe that we need to learn what works for us and what doesn't. And it's honestly tools that you just have to try. It's like trial and error. It's a couple of things that I love that you could try right now. One is putting your hand on your chest. Just tapping back into your body, giving back to your body, rubbing that vagus nerve right here on your left side of your neck, just like this, just like, oh yeah, that feels so good. It doesn't have to be sitting in a bath. It doesn't have to be reading a book for hours on end. It doesn't have to be alone time, right? Finding how you can be refueled and refilled, learning how to regulate yourself, finding nervous system regulation, doing things like somatics, eating regularly. That's why I love a pro-metabolic diet, because it is so much about really finding safety within the body. And that's what we need as moms. We need safety to give safety. We can't just give safety when we don't have it. So I think that is another huge part. And then the last thing that I believe is a huge cause for why we have so much anxiety in motherhood, and that makes us discontent, is information overload. Too much information out there, too many contradicting things. I believe that we need to get back to what we as mothers believe. That's what I teach. I want you to go inward. I want you to believe in yourself because you have the answers. You are this child's mama. You were designed, you were created, you were chosen for this child. You know them best. So don't let any expert tell you how to mother that beautiful child that you were given. This was something for me that took so much inner work, so much trust within myself because I had none. And I don't even think I've arrived at like fully trusting myself, but I'm getting there. And that is what I want every mother to experience. I want every mother to believe in their ability to parent their child, to be there for their child, to create that safety, and to really make decisions based off of what would be best for their child, for their family, for themselves. So I think that this video, I hope that this video was helpful in helping you understand why us moms are so discontent. I hope it gave you a few things to think about, things to move forward with. If you have a thought as to why moms are so disconnected, they're just not content with being moms, they're constantly trying to do everything else, I would love for you to comment below, because I think that we all have a specific reason why we're not content, why we're not happy just being moms, when this is honestly the highest calling. This is the best, this is the coolest job in the whole world. And yet our lives get cluttered, our brains get cluttered. And sometimes we just need to see a community around us of people who feel the exact same way we do. So anyhow, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Alrighty guys, happy parenting.